Alright, welcome back to episode 59. We're here in Caridin's Cross, and we're looking for the lost tag of Clan Ortan, which is the house that Caridin himself belonged to before he became a paragon and founded his own house. And we believe it might have clues to... I wonder if there's a Caridin tag? Is that where we're going? I honestly don't really remember. Like I said, I have images of certain areas in the deep roads, and I remember certain enemies we'll be fighting, but that's about it. Alright, let's try this area next. It looks like this area probably connects to this area. Let's see if I'm right about that. I kind of don't want to go backwards because I feel like the game intends you to go this way, but I mean, it puts two paths there, so they obviously designed it so that you could do it either way. I'm sure it'll still be fun no matter what direction we come from. Hey, Deepstalkers. You won't be too tough. 4v1. Talk about an uneven matchup. Aha, that's a little more like it. I'm going to do an Earthquake because they're all melee. Not going to bother with... Maybe I'll do like a regular Tempest, or a regular Blizzard. Not a Storm of the Century, though. Not really worth it, I think. Can't click on them, though, because of all the shaking. There we go. One more over here by the looks of it. Like how he can shoot over that rock, but he can't use Winter's Grasp over that rock. That totally makes sense. Alright. What color? I guess electricity damage is yellow, and Spirit is purple. Because, yeah, Spirit already has purple, even though I think of Lightning as purple. I guess because of the icons. And because purple is kind of the color of Lightning. On Shapers. Just more from that Codex entry. Fractured Stone. There are a few side quests here. There's the Topsider's Hilt, which I guess was the Grey Warden's sword he lost, if that was a Grey Warden. Not just some other Topsider, but I don't know who else will come to the Deep Roads. Alright, that's everything in this room. There's that Asunder quest with the Bag of Limbs. Maybe others, but if there are, I don't remember them. But the main quest here is exciting enough. That's another reason I recommend going to Idukentag, even if you help Terramont. You want to make sure you get the Bag of Limbs for Asunder. That's a pretty cool side quest. Oh, I got turned around, didn't I? Sorry. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Like I said last episode, the deep roads can be very disorienting if you're not careful. It's kind of weird there are shafts of light here, but... I guess you would need fresh air, even if you don't really need light. In that way, it makes a lot of sense. Let me go around here, because I feel like this would be a good place to hide something. Oh, we've already been back there, haven't we? Yeah. How quickly we forget. Alright, moving on. Now we're going the right way, but just to triple check. Hopefully this is the entrance to the tag. That or... maybe it might be through here, actually. I'm not sure how far that goes. There is room on the map, though. That might make a lot more sense, too, actually, if they did it there. You know what? I bet it is over there. Because, just in terms of level design, that makes the most sense. Oh, there's more. It's an ambush of Deepstalkers, who are like the weakest enemies in the entire game. Look at everybody's health. Only Ogren took any damage. That's because he was like 1v3ing them. He still could have killed them easily. Are there more? There is more. Alright. Come here, Deepstalkers. That it? That's it. Anyways, I was saying, from a level design standpoint, it makes more sense that they'd have... You come in here, you can either go through this area here, or this area here, or do both. And then however you make, and if you want, you can go through this little area here, but no matter which way you kind of go, so it's basically like two paths that happen to intersect at the actual cross, more or less. And then eventually you make it to here, which is where you advance the plot. That's my guess, and I'm sticking to it. Head in the bag. So that's another part of this demonic creature we're reassembling. So even if you do make it to your objective, definitely explore here. Lots of good loot. and stuff you need for the side quests. Shame we don't have a traveling vendor. Although, actually, we may encounter a vendor in these tunnels. If memory serves. Up. More friends. Alright. Screw it. Kill them all. There we go. Yay. Our skill has won the day. Or now it has. Yeah, that blizzard actually is affecting me a little bit, despite my partial spell immunity and the, obviously on hard nightmare difficulty you have to be a lot more careful with AoEs. You can't just stand in them like I was doing, because they do twice as much damage. Essentially the same damage they do to your enemies. You know what, let's change. I'm going to turn this tactic on, and I'm going to say self mana stamina is less than 75, activate ability, or activate mode, spell might. And then I can turn those off either myself, or that one will turn off when I run out of mana automatically. Alright then. Is this the way we came? No, it's not. Okay, so this does double back pretty much. Let me just make sure there's no like other chests or plot items in this little bend here. And then we'll turn around and go back the way we came. Yeah, so in a way this is a pretty cool level, but at the same time I'd rather there was 3 ways of going through it, because then you could actually, you know what I mean, you could like make a snake through it. You could go down and then up and then down the 3rd way. Or maybe they should make this area, I don't know. They could figure out a way to do it, I'm sure. Make a little bit of a bend in the deep road. In a way though, I guess it doesn't make a lot of sense for the deep roads to have too many bends. Like that one, because wouldn't you just tunnel through everything? Like why doesn't this just turn here and make it a cleaner intersection like that? Why make it this weird shape? I know game-wise why they're doing it, to make it look cool, but and a little more dynamic, but from a dwarven perspective. Although I guess at the same time, geology isn't that simple. There are definitely many types of rocks which are more difficult to bore through than other types of rocks. So in that light, it does make a lot of sense that they would tunnel. You know, this might be a detour around a more difficult type of rock over here. So I'd buy it. But all right, onward we go. So far we haven't had any deaths, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna try to keep it that way, even though I have 17 lesser injury kits and 6 or 8. Is that 6 or 8? That's 8. 8 greater injury kits, or 17 lesser, 8 rather. 8 cannot speak. 17 lesser and 8 regular rather is what I'm trying to say. We have no greater injury kits, but that's okay because we don't really need them. My quick bar is also getting quite full. I could probably get rid of these, so I'm not going to use them except in like extremely difficult boss battles. It's a measure of last resort. I do have some other spaces I can still fill in between things. I prefer to keep these spaces here as like a separator. I wish you could do like just like make one of these lines thicker by like dragging little markers around, like you do at the grocery store. You know, you put those things in the cash register. Did I pass where we're going? I did. To separate your groceries from the people ahead of and behind you. They should have one of those for the quick bar to separate things into zones. That'd be a nice little touch. But that is something they probably wouldn't think of. Up, another bloody sack.
Watch out. Trap.
Where's the trap? Not sure where the trap is. I'm not going to earthquake them. Because they're all archers anyway. Wouldn't do them much good. I wish there was like a... I wonder if Blizzard like decreases accuracy. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. That'd be cool though if it did. So let's just do this the normal way.
Oh. Don't give them the advantage.
Alright, there's a small bloody sack. A torso in a bag. So we have the torso, the head, and the limbs. Oh, and I guess that's all 3 parts. You have found the grisly remains of some kind of fade beast, one that may have intentionally dismembered itself. Intentionally? Interesting. Comparing the notes suggests the carving was done in the deep roads near Caridin's cross. Well, we know that because that's where we are now.
I shall do it.
The real question is, where do you complete the
It's
ritual?
begun.
Probably. There's no body to click on, just blood. Huh. That's weird. All that remains of that poor Genlock. We shattered his
It
bones.
shall be done.
Who's attacking us now? A Deepstalker.
I shall do it.
Random.
You think they would run away?
You would think that's everyone, wouldn't you? But yeah, since there aren't those, can I actually click on that? No, it's buried underneath the rubble. Oh, that's bad design. It can be forgiven, though. But yeah, I'm trying to keep a whole space there as a separator between different things, too. Which I don't really need to do. I could just, kind of know because of what they are differences. It's just, I like categorizing things visually like that. More Deepstalkers. Alright, we're gonna earthquake these guys go, and let's do a Tempest this time. All of the stars. They're running away. Yeah, I think the storm is draining my mana though, unfortunately. And probably their stamina as well. And there are more. Oh no. This is a Lyrium potion. Another leader, but I think that one, these leaders are just normal rank.
We must fight. Let us do it.
They might even be creature rank, but I'm pretty sure they're normal. I wish there was a different coloration so you could tell. Otherwise you just,
Now.
The matriarch. I forgot about her. I kind of thought she was with the other one in the other area, but turns out she's here. These two rooms do look kind of similar though. Alright, let's use one of these. And then she has the Mark of Death, which is cool. So we can click on her. Use Precious Prison on her. Lyrium Potion. Let's use one of these things. And True Heal. Go ahead and use another one. Down she goes. Wonder if she dropped any loot. Even if not, they have a bit of a treasure vault over here, don't they? Including a sarcophagus. Yeah, she dropped chainmail, which is kind of weird for even a matriarch Deepstalker to be carrying around. There's a fraction. See, this is what I mean by hidden areas. Although it's not really hidden, that's the path. Never mind, I lied. Alright, let's go over here, though. There we go, Dwarven Massive Armor. Now that's nice. I think you could actually buy that from Dagna's father. Jarvik, whatever his name was, but much better to find it where it's free. We are kind of grave robbers now, though, aren't we? That kind of sucks. Alright, speaking of Lyrium Dust, which we just found, I'm going to make a couple more lesser Lyrium Potions. Alright. Now we should be set for the next couple episodes, I think. Alright, so you have to... This tell me it's a dead end. This is a dead end. Huh. So where is the Ortan Tig, though? I'm a little confused. More Lyrium, though.
Very well.
New quest, the Drifter's Cache. I don't remember that one. The tale of the Crosscart Drifters has revealed the location of an old cache. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So there's a side quest, too. Didn't remember that one. And Underground Lake, I like that a lot. That's, very pretty. Can't do anything with it, except look at it. I'm confused, though. Have we not been... There's the cache. Alright, we'll head over there. Maybe... I don't know, maybe Ortan Tog is its own area? It must be, I guess. So maybe the only goal of this level is just to come out of this door over here. I wonder if that door works. Probably not. These two doors probably go back where you came, and this door allows you to unlock the next area. That's my assumption. I can always look it up after this episode, I guess. But, well, in that case, maybe I shouldn't have broken the episode after all. Hey, the Genlock's bones spawned. Nice. What about the trap? How's the trap doing? Still inaccessible? Yeah, alright. This may be a short episode then, since there actually wasn't that much more to explore here. I probably could have just done it in the end of the last episode and made it one big one, but that's okay. Short episodes aren't bad. Alright, this way. I'm actually glad we have a magical map that tells us exactly where we are and exactly where we need to go. It's very convenient. I actually don't remember what's in their cache. Hopefully something good. I assume something good. Maybe something Ogren can use. I could really use an armor piece or a two-handed weapon, or maybe just like a ring that's based for warriors. Or some gold. I definitely wouldn't mind some gold. Buy my own loot. Because really the best items in the game, the majority of them you get just with buying them with gold. Alright, so I guess, did we walk by this before, or did we just not even notice this little crevice here? This is where was this where the Alpha Ogre was? I think it was. Huh. Maybe we didn't notice it. But even if you come back here, I don't think you can actually access it. Or maybe you can.
I shall do
Who
it.
knows? Alright, so this is good. That's one of the best daggers in the game. Not the best, but it's very good. Thorn of the Dead Gods, a Diamond Maul, which I think is random loot. Effort's Gloves, which I think are also random loot, part of that Effort armor set, which we've seen pieces of. We might have a whole set by now if we didn't keep selling them, but that's okay. Ogren probably could use it, but there are better sets for him out there. Ring of the Warrior, there we go. Sten or Ogren, we'll give it to Ogren since he's here. And a Silverite Room, that would be nice too. It's too bad we can't do enchantments on the road, because see, Thorn of the Dead Gods even has its own codex entries. That's pretty cool. With a name like that, that's kind of interesting. I almost want to read the codex entry, but I'm not going to because I'm interested, but not that interested. And we're up to 20 gold again. That's not bad. All right, Ring of the Warrior, give him some more strength. Oh, okay. Ogren is injured actually. Interesting.
It's called Speak If It Must.
Speak if it must. How are we doing on inventory space? 69. But I'm gonna keep going actually, because there is a merchant somewhere in the deep roads. Alright, so I guess that is about it for this level then. Alright, let's do a quick checkup with our companions and then I'll head on to the next area. So if you don't want to talk to my companions, or if you don't want to see me talk to my companions, feel free to fast forward as always. Otherwise, we'll do some quick conversations with these three. Just to fill time. You're still with me, I see. Actually, I already did that one, didn't I? I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
How'd you end up in Honolulu? Do you remember?
Oh yes, that I remember quite well. My former master, the Mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Gollum snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
He had a control rod. It is kind of... I mean, if you think of golems as constructs, then it's it's not that big of a deal. It's like controlling a giant robot. But obviously golems are not. I mean, they're more than just stone. This one is, by all appearances, completely sentient, just as any other being in the land. So in that case, it's like a very perverse form of slavery where you don't even have the option of trying to rebel. You are literally commanded to do whatever the person wants you to. That's kind of sick in a way. But why were you out in front of the tower?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
His wife?
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
So that's funny. That's actually a reference to, I'm pretty sure the developer said that's actually something they did because they wanted to give you a full-size golem, but it couldn't fit through many of the archways that already existed in the game and would just get stuck. So that's why they made her essentially human size. They could have made her at least like Sten size, I guess, but that's okay. So that explains why she's small, which is something I noticed before. She seems larger than she is. Kind of has a looming presence, but she's actually not really that big. How does someone shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve.
I would have thought you'd enjoy scaring humans.
I'd have happily stomped them all into paste. And then ripped down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me urinated himself. Ugh.
Great. You didn't like Wilhelm, I take it? That's kind of obvious from everything else she said in the entire game, but okay.
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much, his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. Ha! I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
Not really. It was quite the bargain. Huh, I wonder if that's true. I wonder if the wife did sell it to the trader.
So long as
I
it
don't remember.
realizes that I'm inexpensive and not cheap.
Do you remember anything before Hanley?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, No. There are only images. I was somewhere dark.
Just how old are you exactly? Ah, what a rude question to ask.
I have no idea. Wilhelm used to brag that the dwarves stopped making golems centuries ago. I do not age as you soft creatures do. Sadly, my memory is no better. Plus, I get bored and stop paying attention.
That's interesting, though, that even though she's immortal, her memories are not. That's something you don't really think about when you think of immortality. That I guess after a long time, you would kind of forget. You probably have basic memories, but depending on being a golem, I'm sure is a little more traumatic than just being a person. So, like, what's his name? Zathrian. He was a couple hundred years old, but I'm sure had memories of his childhood still. Obviously, he had memories of what happened to his children, so. But I guess being a golem is a little bit different.
Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Oh, disapproves. Damn it. So does Everin a bit.
Here I am.
Can you teach others to be an assassin?
Oh, I certainly could, but I won't. I swore to the crows that the things they taught me were to remain a secret. And while, yes, they are already angry at me, I'd rather not push things, you see.
You don't think this is important?
You need to learn the arts of the crows in order to slay Darkspawn, do you? You seem to be doing fine as it is. If you are truly insistent, well, let me think about it. The crows are already angry at me, yes? Who knows?
Oh. I guess that's a yes. He just stopped talking. Maybe that's a broken chat line or something. Maybe since I already have it, that's why it broke off. But it would be good to have it unlocked for Liliana, even though we really have them all unlocked already.
Here I am.
Alright. Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Do you actually enjoy being an assassin?
And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared. The authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
Some people, maybe, but probably not as many as you've actually killed. You never killed an innocent before?
Now there's an interesting word, innocent. How many men do you know who can claim to be truly innocent? But if you're talking generalities such as
Well,
children,
not deserving of death.
relatives and bystanders and such, never on purpose, but it happens. It's unfortunate, but death comes to us all. If not me, then some wasting disease, or a fall down the stairs, or at the hands of a darkspawn. It's all relative in the end.
Well, right, but the amount of time you have in your life matters. Obviously, a life that you live to be 90 is better than a life that you live to be 30. Yeah, that sounds like an excuse.
Death happens, as we like to say. And when I get paid for it, death happens more often. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed. The pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
He kind of sounds like a maniac. Yeah, I take no pleasure in killing.
It is not pleasure per se, nothing sexual. It is more a sense of satisfaction, a feeling of power. Does that make sense? No matter. There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules, oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
You can flirt with them, but say why not? You can do whatever you like.
Whereas I am content merely doing what I happen to be good at. It's a talent that not many come by, honestly. I don't see why I need not pursue it. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
We may get eaten by darkspawn sooner rather than later if we keep running around here. And more disapproval. It's a good thing we have lots of gifts, because these conversations are not going well.
Stop wasting time, Warden. I'm not here to chat.
Alright, so I see. Well, guess that's about all we can do for conversations then. I'm going to call that end of the episode. When we come back, we will head even deeper into the deep roads, if you will. See you guys in a few minutes.